When you are learning Japanese, you often come across grammatical terms such as adverb, adjectives, and adverbial form. Intuitively, you may understand what they mean, but they can also be confusing. In this video, I will explain the difference between adverbs and adjectives and show you how adjectives can be turned into their adverbial form. So what are adverbs and adjectives? Japanese adverbs modify the main verb or adjective of a sentence, while Japanese adjectives describe a noun. Let's look at some examples. いつもコーヒーを飲みます. I always drink coffee. In this example, いつも is an adverb and modifying 飲みます, so いつも is adding more description to the verb. Here's another example. 寿司がとても好きです. I like sushi very much. The adverb in this sentence is とても and it modifies the main adjective 好きです. As you can see, adverbs modify the verb or adjective that comes at the end of a sentence. Adverbs may come immediately before the verb or adjective they modify, or they may appear in a different part of a sentence. Here are examples of adjectives. おいしいコーヒー delicious coffee. 便利な場所 convenient place. いい天気 good weather. As you can see, adjectives modify the noun that comes immediately after them. Japanese adverbs have certain rules and tendencies. They don't conjugate. Many are written in hiragana. Many are onomatopoeia expressions describing situations or degrees of something. Here are some frequently used adverbs. Frequency adverbs are useful for talking about the frequency of something without explicitly stating it. いつも, よく, 大抵, 時々, and たまに are usually used in affirmative sentences. 全然 and あまり are used in negative sentences. Adverbs that describe the amount are also useful. たくさん, 少し, and ほとんど are such adverbs. Adverbs describing the degree of certainty include 多分 and きっと. Adverbs describing the degree of something include とても and 少々. We often use onomatopoeic expressions as adverbs. For example, キラキラ describes twinkling lights such as stars in the sky. よちよち describes the awkward way baby is walking. ひらひら describes something light is falling down, such as flower petals. As for adjectives, I mentioned earlier that they modify nouns, which is one of the functions of Japanese adjectives. There are two types, e-adjectives and na-adjectives. E-adjectives end with e when used in their modified noun form. For example, おいしい, 楽しい, 嬉しい, and 忙しい. Na-adjectives end with na when used in their modified noun form. For example, 静かな, きれいな, and 好きな. Adjectives in Japanese conjugate when used as predicates, but in this video, we focus only on their modified noun forms. If you're interested in learning more about adjectives, please watch my other video on adjective conjugation. The link is in the description below. Can we modify verbs or adjectives using adjectives? You cannot use e-adjectives and na-adjectives in their modified noun forms as adverbs, but you can change them into their adverbial forms to do so. The conjugation rules differ depending on the type of adjective. To change e-adjective into adverbial form, you need to replace e with ku. For example, おいしい朝ごはんを食べました. I ate delicious breakfast. This sentence simply uses the e adjective おいしい, meaning delicious, and modifying 朝ごはん. Now, to change this adjective into its adverbial form, we can use おいしく。朝ごはんをおいしく食べました。I enjoyed the breakfast. In this sentence, おいしく modifies the verb at the end. The literal translation is ate deliciously, but it conveys a meaning similar to enjoyed eating. Let's look at another example. 冷たいコーヒーを飲みました。I drank cold coffee. 冷たい is an adjective meaning cold and modifying the noun コーヒー in this sentence. When you change 冷たい into the adverbial form, it becomes 冷たく. So コーヒーを冷たくしました means I made the coffee cold. We often say 冷たくする to mean either behaving coldly towards someone or make something chilly. This example means the latter meaning. How about na adjectives? You need to replace na with ni. For example, これはきれいな花ですね。This is a beautiful flower. 花がきれいに咲いています。The flowers are blooming beautifully. にぎやかなパーティーですね。This is a lively party, isn't it? にぎやかな is an adjective meaning lively. にぎやかに会話をしています。They are having a lively conversation. This sentence uses its adverbial form and modifies the verb at the end. Since it's difficult to translate into English, the translation does not fully reflect the grammar of the original Japanese. The adverbial form にぎやかに does not modify conversation, but rather having a conversation. To summarize, both adjectives and the adverbial forms of adjectives modify the main verb or adjective in a sentence. The modifying noun form of the adjectives modify nouns. Adjectives can be changed into their adverbial forms by replacing I with ku for I adjectives and replacing na with ni for na adjectives. To learn Japanese language more seriously, visit my Udemy courses through the links below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. You can also participate in daily quizzes from the post section. If you have any requests for Japanese grammar to be covered, please leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.